Oh, hi there. It's Tuesday morning here in Northern California, and it has been a while since I've visited Shogi Club 24. In these hours of the day, it's sometimes rough to get a game. The player population is a little low. It's relatively low on Shogi Wars, but it's very low here, and it's usually the same people, the regulars. There's the people that we may have seen on stream in the past, but I'm ready to go. And hey, Shogi Explained, good to see you. I'm going to experiment. I'm going to continue that what I've been doing, which is as Sente. Rico, great to see you as well. Going to, as Sente here, take Ureshino out and take Ureshino out for a spin, see how it does in slower time controls. On Shogi Wars, it was a force. It was a force to be reckoned with, and I don't know if that's just people unfamiliar with it. I don't know if at time controls it's just super strong. At faster time controls, but I don't think of the 6 games that I've played now at Shogi Wars that were Ureshino. I don't think I think in all of them I had dominant positions, just crushing positions, and then like one of them I think I timed out. Another of them I was so spoiled for choice that I decided I would just throw away a dragon, and that lost. And but otherwise, the opening was just too good. So I'm gonna take that here where there's some slower time. Maybe draw out these victories. See if these Shogi Club 24 players with 20, 30, 60, 165,000 games played. See if these people have lines against Ureshino. At least as Sente. I think I'm going to stick with my usual. I'm not going to mix it up too much on Gote. I don't love where I am with Gote, but I'm content with it. I'm very content with it right now. For now, I'm changing one thing at a time. So let's get in here. Let's see if there's any. I'll hope for 15. Potentially, depending on who asks, I'll accept a fast 2, which is the that US delay. Climbing the rating ladder here with 13Q at 332, maybe one win away from my high. Maybe not. I don't think you can get 20. I don't think you're going to get 20 for a single win unless it's against a much higher rated player. Hey, Gust1. Then again, if I don't find games, then maybe I'll just do some Tsume. I do have a relatively hard stop here at noon my time. That is noon is the absolute latest I can go because I've got to take I've got to drive someone somewhere. But other than that, we should have at least. We should have not at least. Well, at most, 2.5 hours here. If it is rough, then just Lee Shogi Tsume. I've got some studies since that last Tsume stream on Tuesday that was a little rough. I've sort of handpicked some. Oh, you've got your WSL later. What time? What time is that? What time is it, and who is it against? Oh, 1 hour. Oh man. Good luck. If I'm in game, when you leave, good luck. 3Q Slovakia. All right. If it's slow here, maybe I'll just switch over to that. No pressure. All right. Let's see. Let me take this username. Let's just plug it into our old friend, the Shogi 24 player search. Okay, so 10,000, close to 11,000 games played, high of 635. So I don't know if this qualifies as a sandbagger. I think it's on the border. This is 635 is 635 is a solid showdown. I think. In other site parlance, that's what is that? That's 10. Is that 9Q here? Is that 9Q on Shogi Club 24? I don't remember. Well, I can quickly see between 9 and 10Q. Maybe he's not there. Maybe he's just not there. It's a stare off. It's a stare off. 332 versus 331. It's the Wild West. I'll challenge. It doesn't matter. It's Shogi Club 24. I'm 13Q. Rating doesn't matter. I just want a good game. Maybe he's just idling. All right, I'll cancel that off. Slow times. You've been searching the names for the 9Qs and 10Qs you play, and almost everyone have more than 4,000 games. Yeah, these. I don't know if it's just that that the people left in Shogi Club 24 are OGs. OG, is it OG-san? OG-chan? I don't understand that word. The grandpas basically, who've been playing here for 20 years. I don't know. It sure seems like it. And in which case it would sort of make sense. Like, maybe this guy in his in his young years, when he was 50 years old, he was like Shodan level, but now maybe he's 70 now and he's just playing for the love of the game. I don't know. That's the narrative I tell myself. Hey, Spinal Tap Chest, it is OG-san, right? I swear I hear OG-chan a lot, which makes just to my limited knowledge of Japanese, it's absurd. But I think someone corrected me a couple times and said, no, it's Oji-chan, and it's just I don't know. Okay, I can. Midori Kami _4939. So the dashes, a dash in the username in Shogi Club 24 is a 100% identifier of a sandbagger. The underscore is not as clear. The underscore is just a leading indicator. Let's see. Okay, so another almost exactly like the other person. Close to 9,000 games played, Shodan-ish strength. Let's get in there. Let's get. Oh, they're not waiting for 15. Nishiki won. No one wants me. No one is challenging me, which is kind of weird. They don't want this. They don't. They've heard. The rumors have been just sort of swirling around the Tokyo subways. There's this new Ureshino player in town, and he's looking to take some scalps on Shogi Club 24. Okay, it's a little more familiar if I use Chan. I still don't understand that though. Like, why is that? Because I thought that was sort of the diminutive female sort of tag that that Chan is. While I sit here, I'm going to mention that I finished, not finished, but I got through most of the second half of the most recent C Squared podcast, which is, for anyone not familiar, Fabiano Caruana and Christian Churila, two chess grandmasters. One of them, Fabiano, the number 2 player in the world, and it's a very good podcast. Maurice Ashley was on it today. Who's always sort of interesting. But anyway, in the second half, they started talking about some incredibly, like, what is the word? Not potent. near and dear topics to me, especially that we've sort of been talking about lately. Well, one, I guess I'll mention, as I mentioned in the Discord, that Maurice Ashley had sort of recommended, had mentioned, and I say almost recommended shogi as something, as a way to sort of change it up and have fun. They were talking in this context about having fun and the importance of having fun for improvement, and trying new things as you're improving. He mentioned shogi, which was great. Anyway, later on, they're talking about they were talking about Caruana's experience in. They talked about this quite a few times. I mean, it's still. I'm sure it is hurting him so badly, that Nepo match. So that's all that's on his mind, even weeks later. But they were talking about that, and he was Fabiano was saying exactly the stuff that I have been sort of saying lately, which is, the time pressure comes, and not calculating, and he just not calculating, going through just like real the superficial lines, looking one or two moves ahead, and sort of getting blank, getting kind of a blank head. And he said, this one move that people on the internet had suggested was, the move that closes out the game. He said he didn't even consider it. It didn't even come up. His mind at that time, it didn't even see it. And I feel like it was almost verbatim. Obviously I am so much lower, and the stuff that I'm missing should be seen, in these things. But it was just fascinating to me that one of the greatest chess players, I suppose practically of all time, is, at least in terms of rating, is experiencing sort of the same stuff that I experience. And I guess these are universal things. Time problems affect everyone. But this sort of fog, this fog of the fog of war when you're in a game versus when you're observing a game. It's really potent is for some reason the word I'm thinking of, but it was just fascinating to me to hear him say that. And it reminded me, this morning I was reviewing yesterday's streams, and there was a YouTube commenter who put a line, who put a line for one of the sections of one of the games, where I didn't mate, and instead lost the game. So I had mate, lost it, and this move, it wasn't even. I had so many moves, but this one was just not even in my radar. I didn't even consider it, and I should have. It was right there. It was right there, and I just didn't consider it. But as soon as he said, there's a move, he didn't say which move it was. He just said, you don't even need to do this. You've got the win, or so, I think something like that. And it was like, as soon as, this is back to the whole, this is back from way back when they were discussing, the importance of cheating and anal beads and stuff like that. Like, you just get a signal. I'll play, FFS, opponent start. All right. Oh well. Here we go. Here we go with the same old crazy lines. We're just blitzing. Woo! Okay, so he goes into the spiciest variation, and now there's the knight drop, and I believe the response to the knight drop is king 6-2. So this is about where? This is about where? Oh gosh, I missed a bunch of chat. I'm sorry. So, oh, Gust 1. Oh, I'd have rather played you than FFS Fuji. Tadowski, welcome. Yeah, it's possible to ask, and why didn't I consider this move? Yeah, after the fact, obviously, you've got to ask it. But yeah, and some of these, I think some of these, I don't know if it's just more like I don't know and I can't know, or if it's I haven't beaten this pattern into my head. I think Fabiano's case was different because it wasn't a pure mating line that Fabiano missed. I don't know if it's this. I don't know if it's this. I always forget. I always forget. And I think at some point now, at some point I've got to so if knight takes, the options I have then are horse. No. I don't like any of the options, but oh goodness. Goodness. Alrighty then. That's a great start. This is I've talked about this. I've talked about this over the what's it called? I've talked about this particular line now. I've talked about this 3 times at least on stream. I've had to play this against the US Shogi champ twice over the board. The exact line, the exact situation. I'm Gote, and I just wait. What? Oh my goodness! I've got to stop this line. I've got to stop. So I just lost. I just resigned in a sort of. I looked at it. Maybe I was talking too much. Maybe I was just talking too much. Maybe I was just talking too much. The king takes. Of course. King takes 6-3. King takes 6-3. So now I'm the sandbagger. Where's how do we get there? How do we get to that position? Oh, I've got to flip the board. Yeah, king takes. Obviously, like king takes. I think I'm just talking. I think I'm. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a losing position. I don't think, regardless. What is this here? Okay, so what is my move? What is the move? I'm not sure if it's silver come up to 4-2, or if it's I don't think it's knight take here. It might be knight take. I actually think it's knight take. I think I can ignore this. But this is exactly the thing. I have reviewed this line. This line and this spot. So I have reviewed this more than any line that I have. I've reviewed this one more than any line that I have outside of third file, outside of Gote outside of my third file versus opposing, which as I've said I know really well. I have reviewed this line more than anything, and I cannot remember it. It's too sharp for me. It's just too sharp. Ran into it this weekend. A similar case again this weekend over the board. And I managed to sort of flail my way through it. I think I managed to flail my way through it. That's the thing, Todovsky. That is what I ask myself. I'm sorry, I'm missing something. Is this line worth the effort? You just avoid it. That is what I am exploring. I do not know how to avoid it because it is so sharp from the very beginning. Let's copy this in. Let's copy this in. This hurts. This hurts. This hurts that I didn't even see it. So, I was talking so much and I'm in my head so much about how I don't know the line that I couldn't even see. Oh, just take. But anyway, let's bring this in. Let's bring this into Lee Shogi, and where we have sort of a better UI here. Tools, import. Study Shogi Club 24. Okay, let me make sure I've got, okay, this is 61st game. Flip it, and so here it is. This formation right now from Sente, this is the one that I struggle the most with. This one, because the opponent has a zillion opportunities here to make this extremely sharp. And in all of these, in my opinion, sort of going through both sides, in all of these, it is way easier for them to play, and it is way easier for me to blunder. So this is the thing. I pretty much, I've got to open it up. I've got to, like, if I'm going to play Central Rook, I have to open that up here. Pushes. I have this option. I definitely have this option, or I have this option. Both of them lead to the same thing if the opponent so chooses. And now, now I've got to cut off the diagonal and threaten this. This has to come. So then he chooses it. Take, get the juicer. He takes, and now, as Gote, this is now a prime drop point for the knight. As Sente, this line is much friendlier for me to play. But as Gote, you run into this where now they have the knight drop because they can take because they take the knight first. So I don't see a way of getting out of this line. Short of when I see this, and this is also like, this is also in the list of reasons why I'm trying Ureshino. This is also sort of number 8 on the list. The number 8 reason on the list is that I'm thinking, because I have this pawn push, I can just sort of transpose into it. So this is maybe the long con. This is the long con of Ureshino, because like I said, I have gotten massacred in this line just over and over and over. It is rare when I win with it. It does happen, but it's rare. And it is certainly rare against better players. So against the US champ, he knows everything. He knows all the theory. I don't know squat. And I should know this line because, like I said, I review it more than any. But he will take me past the point of where I don't know or where I'm uncertain. And then immediately as I vary, he'll twist the knife. So let's see. This opponent gave me some. So this opponent, this was a prime chance for me to win in this line. Prime chance, because the opponent was not as familiar. The opponent did not play. Once they got into it, once they started making their moves, they weren't making the strongest moves. But it goes back to what I said of, like, they can make the less strong moves and still be fine. I've got to be, I've got to know these weirdos like the 6'2", king, and you know there's some others. Oh, I see a first-time chat. A site I'm going to say Catalyst 1. Welcome to the channel. Hey y'all, quick one. Does Gold Generals have a promotion variant? No, they do not. No, Gold Generals do not promote. If you look at the pieces on the back, they're blank. Which would be cool. It could be like a Scrabble blank. That would be cool if it was a Scrabble blank and you could make it any of your... Actually, would those just be crazy overpowered? If they were Scrabble, where the blank side of the gold could be anything, like any minor piece. Nah, that would be dumb because you'd have to remember what the piece was. So anyway, we have this, and they'll be kings. All right. So, you know, I gave up some points here. Not many points. That was a higher rated player. And but let's go back in. Let's go. Actually, let me check the chat. Let me request a game and then go back to chat. Because I think I missed some. Oh, Ghost 1. I didn't even notice that. Actually, let me go back. About losing the horse? Was my horse on pre there? Oh, this still looks good. I mean, it's crazy. But like, it still looks good to me. I mean, it looks playable. I wouldn't say good. It's these open positions that I struggle. So I've got to get better at them. I've got to get better at them in general. I see a follow. Oh, Catalyst followed. Appreciate that. Thank you. This I don't think is good. I don't. Because now I'm setting up potential, forks. The forks are aplenty right now. Are going to be aplenty here, and there's a lot going on. Boy, yeah. I don't know if this is the idea. I'm trying to avoid forks here. Golden King cannot promote. Yes, Golden King cannot promote. Only ones. And everyone has helped already. And then the only ones that special thing are the Rook and Bishop. Yes. Exactly. And keep in mind, they don't have to promote. None of the pieces have to promote. I'm gonna just flip this on here. Okay, so the engine likes this idea. All right, let's go back. Oh, I got to Pikachu. We played Pikachu before. Play. Opponent start. Okay. Another let me fix my layout here. Another Gota here, unfortunately. Okay, we're doing this again. He's going to do it. Wait, Todowski, you say you have lines avoiding this? I need to see those. I need to see those. because I was racking my brain thinking of good ways to avoid this. Now, I studied this morning because I played a similar game yesterday on this. I played in that game. I played pawn 5/5. The engine's not as infatuated with that as I am. I mean, it doesn't hate it by any means. The engine likes. I think the engine likes these. I am not someone who makes that early Mino, but don't open the diagonal. But then I'm not a central rook player. then I'm not Goki. Then I'm cowardly central rook. To be fair, though, that is what Gerard UV does. So maybe I should. Maybe I should be a cowardly central rook player. Gerard is not cowardly. Okay, so I'm still in my basic lines here for going against third file. Wow, he is early switching into preparing for high Mino. Okay, I thought there was a chance. No. Okay. I think with this diagonal open, I think I don't love bishop 3-1 as much, which is a sort of common idea defending against third file. I'm going to I don't love bishop 3-3 because it blocks my knight, but because this pawn push is so early, I can't do 4-4. Or can I? I don't think if I go 4-4, he pushes, I go 5-5, he pushes, then I come back to 3-3. I don't think those pawns are induced weaknesses. Or maybe they are. Maybe they are. I'm going to play it like they are. I'm going to play like he induced some weakness, like I'm inducing some weakness. Because then I have potential footholds onto the high Mino to get this gold out later on. Maybe I'm completely overthinking. So I have the option now. I think I have the option of bringing that knight up to protect the head of the bishop. Is he going? No. Something's here. Something is here. Hold on. Hold on. That comes with check. All right. I'm going to think. This is way too appealing to me right now. So right now I'm thinking about pawn drop 2-8. Pawn drop 2-8. If gold takes, then I've got this. Which allows me to come in and promote, take the gold, threaten the silver, potentially get this, harass the king, all that kind of good stuff. But if the knight jumps, well, if the knight jumps, then I'm still good. Then if the knight jumps, take. No, because then the gold can take. If the knight jumps, I take. No, okay, because if he takes with the gold, I can't get this fork. If the knight jumps, take. Gold. Oh, what about pawn drop? What about pawn drop to 7? Pawn drop to 7. If he takes, I come in, I promote. That doesn't feel as good. Or maybe it does. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. All right. What else do I have? What else do I have that isn't bonkers? What else do I have that isn't sort of just I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. Okay, so now I have what I want. So do I take first or do I do this first? I take first. I take first. Now we're playing shogi. Okay. 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 Yeah, I can't come in here. I can't come in here because then I get trapped. Semi-trapped. You know, I like the gold drop here on 3-9, but I don't love the bishop drop. I don't love the bishop drop on 3-3. If I get my king out, then or my dragon out, then he can drop the pawn on 2-8. I could still just cash in that gold, not cash it in, but take it. All right, let's clear out this castle area. You know, you get this occasionally on Shogi Club 24 too. I mean, I am the last person. I am the last person right now to criticize because I resigned my previous game in a slightly advantageous position. You know, in an even, if not slightly advantageous position. I resigned my last game. But that game, I'm not looking at the evaluation. That game was a blast. That game, these are the kind of games. These are why I play opposing rook against third file rook. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I just do it because Satomi does it against Nishiyama. But like those positions, those are the positions I really love. And maybe, like, I mean, obviously, I should love them. I mean, look at this. But looks like I gave up some. Looks like I gave up that 4-1 drop. Okay, let me copy this in. Let's copy this in. And get to Lee Shogi and switch my scene. Switch my scene, bring it in, and... 2 games, not even 100 moves in total. So flip this. I'm going to guess that this was all right, all correct. Let's see, where was the big blunder here by them? Flip the board. Wait, how can the evaling improve on my move? Oh, next move is their move. Okay. Yeah. This was rough. Okay, so it was still even. It was still even. So I'm going to guess that the defense for this was the jump. That's what I thought. That's what I thought was. Oh, 3-7 gold. 3-7 gold. Okay. That's interesting. That's very interesting. That 3-7 gold was the top move for the opponent. That feels to me like then I absolutely sack this bishop and then come in with the pawn. Let's see let's see what the engine says. Oh, okay, so we're there. He takes, I push. Oh, I get a goal. I give the gold to accelerate the attack. Okay, makes sense. Block, very nice. Take, okay. I like it. I'm sorry. Let me get into chat. Let me get into chat here. Actually, let me first switch to Lee Shogi. I brought it in and then went back to the other UI. I think I greeted Shogi-pan. I apologize if I didn't. In my head, this is one of those moments where when I saw your name before, in my head, I greeted. It's possible I was still rambling about finishing off something that I was saying, so I didn't actually say greeting, but greeting to you, greeting to Necrodes. Always awesome to see you guys, you all. The only way to avoid is to play classical central rook with the closed. But yeah. So we talked about this, yeah. So, you know, that maybe that's something I should consider, you know, rather than try to transpose into Ureshino, close off that diagonal. Like I said, that is what Gerard UV does. And I don't think Gabriel Angelo BR13 does, But those are the two. Those are the two guys on 81 Dojo whose central rook is usually sort of so inspiring to me. If only because they are strong attacking players, and they also, especially Gerard, they make Anaguma quite often and end up with some really fun games. And then so anyway, continuing to scroll through the stuff that I missed. Let's see. Oh, okay. A closing off only works if I start with pawn 3-4. If I start pawn 5-4. Oh, that's that's a good point. That's a good point. I don't think Gerard does though. I don't think Gerard doesn't open the diagonal at all. Oh wait, or does I don't know. I'm gonna have to look through. I'm gonna have to look through. It's possible I may not have seen that exact opening from the opponent from one of Gerard's games. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll have to dig through his Kifu and take a look. Boy, yeah. How? Yeah. Oof. Oof. All right. All right. Well, yeah, yeah. Sorry. I'm without time. I'm thinking about that position, how to get there. All right. Well, this one, I don't think there's actually much to study on this one. The one move that I did want to look at was the final move. Is there a better way? Is there a better way to sort of consolidate this? Like taking the lance always feels slow there. Um, this doesn't feel horrible to me, but it does feel a little slow. Oh boy, what about, I was scared of this, but yeah. Wait, that's got to be it. That's forcing. That's forcing, and it wins a piece. Well, it doesn't necessarily win a piece, I guess. If they drop the bishop. So if I come over here, if he steps back, um, if this comes back, then I just eat stuff, I think. If he drops the bishop, then I think I just do this. All right. Gonna cheat. Gonna cheat. Okay. Yeah, that it is. It is. Oh wait, no. It's also taking. Okay. I mean, this is this low depth engine. This low depth in browser engine. Yeah, it does still like it. Yeah, this is, as I increase the depth, it is this. Okay. Alrighty. That's not a resign. The opponent. I'd say that's not a resign, but what do I know? I mean, a pro will win that, but then again, it's going to be difficult to defend, and it is going to be easy to attack. You think after 7-6, pawn 5-4, pawn 2-6, pawn 3-4, pawn 2-5. There's no opportunity to stop the rook pawn. Yeah. So I have to play. So I have to. So I have to push that pawn and prepare. I prepare for that line, I guess. I've got to push 5-5, but is there? Let's bring this up on the board. Let's bring it up here, and so they I'll flip the board. I don't know if this is what Gerard UV does. This move immediately. So if he pushes, we come up here. We're still in engine equality land. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try this. So if I am on stream tonight at the Shogi Club and I'm playing, if I'm on one, if I'm on stream, 2, I'm playing the champ, 3, I get Gote, which is like a 99% chance because I'm always Gote. 4, he plays either varying either of these two, as he has the past 2 times we've played. If he does that, then I'm going into this. And I'm going to try this. So I'm going to try to use this line against the best player in the country and see if I can win. That's usually how people make inroads, right? You try an unknown line that you haven't thought too much about against the best possible player that you could play. That usually should work. That's the recipe for success. All right. And I say best, but arguably, the winner of the tournament is not necessarily, the best. Alrighty. Let's get back into here. Let me switch my scene. You don't like it personally because of the possibility of Hiner Ibisha. What is Hiner Ibisha? I'm not familiar with that suffix or that prefix word. Twisty. Okay. Yeah. but then maybe I just start climbing that gold up. I mean that's what I sort of end up doing sometimes. Yeah, that's probably lame, but yeah. Yeah, then I have fewer pieces to defend with. But maybe I'll take that risk. I guess really, I'll take that risk. My concern, the thing that really is one of my big concerns is that I don't want to just run away and hide from the lines I'm scared of. The goal is to improve. So I'm looking. I don't want to shy away from things. But the fact is, like, I don't know how much I'm really learning by these, where I'm sort of shooting myself in the foot. Maybe it's like every game I'm getting further and further, sort of, in this line, but I still end up shooting myself in the foot. And maybe that's just part of the growth for this particular line. I think the thing that really had bothered me about it lately is that I just want to play a solid game against the strong players at the club. So, like, I don't I don't want to play a 30 move and out game. I'd like to, I know I'm going to lose against them, but I'd like to maybe last longer. That's so anyway. Okay, so we are here. We are back in the Shogi Club 24 scene. We are 342. So we're back where we started. 342 in terms of rating. A weight 30. That's a long game. Shizuoka. I've not heard that. I've not heard of that location. Do I have my phone? I don't. Where is Shizuoka? Let's while waiting here. Um, Shizuoka. Where is it? Shizuoka Prefecture. Okay. All right. I heard a challenge. Alex 88. Who? All right. I'll play Alex 88. I start. Okay. My move order obviously is a little weird here. Is this too early? Should I have defended that? So open question for later. I'm eyeing this. I'm eyeing the pawn push, but I'm going to defend here. Now that is, so that, what is the, do I defend with the bishop here? That's interesting. Do I just slide away? If I just slide, what are his options? If I just do this, takes. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. Let's see. So I guess that's probably why I need to have the silver up earlier before beginning this attack. Okay. All right. All right. So I think he's got me, right? He's got me. I can't. If I attack, if I attack here, then it takes is catastrophic. What if I bring the rook over? If I bring the rook over, so if I do the knight, let's just eye something stupid. If I drop it, if I bring the knight up, he takes the silver. I bring the pawn up here. No, he can't take the silver because the silver is protected by the bishop. Thank you, Mr. Ureshino. Drop the pawn. What? If I drop the pawn, if I drop the pawn, if I just bring up the knight, what if I just bring up the knight? Forget my pawn, which I might want to use later. Bring the knight up. No. All right, pawn. Okay. Now we get rid of this guy. So he's going to have, so what is it? He's going to have, at some point, he is going to have this pawn drop here. So pawn take. take, and then a pawn drop here. Wait, so if I push the pawn to 2-4, push the pawn to 2-4, take. If I take with the knight or with the silver, he gets the pawn drop at 2-6. Then maybe I. What if I come up? What if I take? He takes. What if I take with the rook? Is there a way to threaten this rook on it? All right, we've got to push. We've got to push. I guess I can come back. If he blocks, I come back with the silver. Or the do I come up with the bishop? I guess that's the question now. Yeah. So now the question, do I come up with the bishop to take this? Or do I come back with the silver? I don't like pulling back the silver. Hey, Dream of Shogi. Want to move the gold before attacking because I can meet bishop 1-5 with king 6-9. Move the gold. Move this gold before attacking. Okay. Ah, that makes sense. So now the one other way to approach this, which I don't know is ridiculous, is to bring the silver, the silver over on 4-8, bring it up to 5-7, then to 4-6, so it's blocking. But now that hangs the silver on 2-4. Oh, goodness. Okay. I think I want that, right? If he takes with the bishop, then I've got the silver drop again, and I'm in. If he takes with the knight, Then I've got the pawn drop. See coming up here with the oh. Let's threaten mate. Wait, I'm not missing it, right? Okay. My heart is beating. My heart. My heart. My heart. Oh, boy. Boy. Mr. Ureshino. Mr. Ureshino is... Ureshino-san, you are a genius. You are... What is that word? What is that word that Takedomi Ray called me that translates into genius? What is that word? I'm going to guess that this portion of the graph is just low depth engine. This is just low depth thinking. Tensai, that sounds right. Yeah. Ureshino-san wa tensei desu. Man. This guy's alive still, right? This guy's alive. When I go to Japan, I'm going to seek him out. I'm going to seek him out and thank him. Yeah, just like I tried to thank Yamaguchi Sensei for how she handled that casual night at the tournament. Woo. All right, let's bring this in. Let's bring this in to the Lee Shogi. Switch my scene here. What is this? Oh, this is the analysis board. Let's get back into that. Okay, here we are. Add new chapter. 50 moves. So all three games have been incredibly short. Not necessarily in terms of time, but okay. So that position, I see that I Dream of Shogi had a comment somewhere. Wait. What was wrong? Wait, what was wrong with the trade? What was wrong with the trade? Was I going to lose that rook with the trade? I see. There's the comment. He could have sacked the bishop for the silver and then dropped. Oh. Wait, but then I get two pieces. I guess my wait. Then I get a bishop and a silver for the rook, right? I get a bishop and a silver for the rook and the silver. Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's look at that. That's going to have to be where the engine, the low depth engine on Shogi Club 24 are criticized, right? So going back here. This how are we looking? How are we looking at this move order? Is this okay? I think the Wikipedia article suggests this, but I think that's against the 8-4 pawn push. So I'm not sure. Maybe it doesn't even matter. in the you know, the grand scheme of things. Okay. So he's castling. He's castling. That made me. That made. I realized that the castle has to come against. I realized that you know, if the opponent is going to play static rook, their castle is going to have to be on this right side. But like, this feels awfully dangerous, right? This feels awfully dangerous. But maybe that's just me. And it would be all right once the silver comes up and they try to make Yagura or something. But I don't know. Do they have time? Do they have time to make Yagura like against this right now? Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Is Alex 88 is that a Shogi Harbor person? You know, I always assume, probably, you know, probably stupidly, you know, I assume that anytime I see sort of a Western name on these sites that they're Shogi Harbor members. Okay, so he's I guess he's looking to come up to sort of do the Ureshino thing, or not Ureshino, the Yagura thing, maybe, but. So I start coming up. I start coming up. Like, do I? I definitely got excited. I definitely got excited thinking that this is already prime target. So I started attacking versus bringing this up, especially since he hasn't even pushed this pawn. So I came up, still doing the thing. He's now. I'm guessing making some sort of either Mino or Millennium. Mino, come up. So here maybe is this I Dream of Shogi? Is this where you're thinking get this gold up here so that I could sidestep? Oh, Millennium is silver on 2-2. Oh, okay. I was thinking of it as this. Or oh no, maybe that's girl in the box. Maybe that's girl in the box. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, Millennium is Millennium whatever. Yeah, is like Millennium needs to have this up here, right? I guess yeah. Anyway, it'll take a while for me to try to make this the way I'm doing it. Okay, so I move up. He finishes here. Silver 2-2, gold 3-1, king 2-1. Okay. Either way, Millennium is what people make against ranging work, right? You think it was a mistake? It feels like a mistake to me. So I did this. Then he came up here. So if I do this, then yeah. Yeah, I think this would have been much nicer. It would have been here. But you think it's a mistake because the defense is lacking against what Ureshino is going for. Yeah, like there's he's still not defending, these pawns very well. Yeah. Yeah, I think leaving that king there and maybe what do people make against Ureshino? Do they go into Yagura? I mean, it seems like Yagura would be pretty good against this. Or at least promising against it. So anyway, we continue. So there's the 8-4. And I went into the attack. Yeah, this I think certainly I should have thought about this. I thought I had two moves. I thought like, okay, when it gets to 8-5, then that's the point of no return. Then I have to move that gold over there. But what I'm not so pleased with right now is how this became a target of the rook. Maybe it's just because this is here that was a problem. I guess I could have come up. Normally, I'd come up. Like, yeah, so if I had moved the gold first, it wouldn't have been a problem. So so here, if I move the gold, he comes up here. Then I begin. Then it's just this, right? This is going to be coming, but it still gives up this pawn. It still gives up this pawn. Let's see. You think the classic defense move is just silver on 2-2 and gold on 3-2. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, if I had moved the gold first, then he can't sack the bishop for the silver. And the reason is because I will have moved my king over here, correct? Right, I don't have to block with silver for it. Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, so we proceed. He gets in there. I have to block. Now I got to defend. He comes in. Do my bowing pawn on 8-8. And now I'm scared. And now I'm definitely scared. What does Mr. Engine say here? Okay, I've still got, it's still even. I'm still slightly advantageous here. Okay. He slides over. All right. All right. So this was a mistake. How in the world? How in the world? Okay, so I snuck a peek. I snuck a peek when I accidentally turned the engine on the second time. At very low depth, it suggested this. So I don't know if this is legit, but how is this not? I'm going to read. I'm not going to just move. I'm wondering, how is this not great? Because any check is going to come in, and get this. See a follower, a big frummiest monster. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the channel. Hello. Thanks again. Reviewing a game just played, an Ureshino Ryu game just played on Shogi Club 24. I understand that this comes. Well, no, this is not a checkmate threat because this is not blocked off. So I cannot take with the gold. Cannot take with the gold because the rook comes in. Or can I? Is that attack still just too strong? I'd have to take with the rook. Yeah, it sure seems that way. But then my attack, my precious attack. I guess I could slide the rook back over. I guess I guess so. If I take, then what do they do? Let's say they take here. I'm looking for forks. I'm looking for forks with the rook. I mean, I suppose well, no, I can't do that because then the silver drop. You learned the moving of the pieces like 15 years ago, but no one to play with. I'm glad to see there's Shogi stream now. Oh, I'm glad you're coming back. Yeah, this is it's interesting. This is sort of a common. This is now becoming a common thing that I've heard. There's someone at our local club. There's someone at our local club who came. This is maybe 2 months back. He never came back, unfortunately. But he said the exact same thing, that he had been playing for 15 years ago, and knew how the pieces move, and played chess in the meantime, and then came back and played some solid games. Like I played one game. It was a game where I was sweating. I was definitely sweating, and I only managed to win because I had a little bit more experience defending and then a little bit more attacking. But as a chess player who knew how the shogi pieces moved, he was able to sort of just solidly push up the board and make some nice threats. So there's that. There's another person now at the East Bay. I'm in Northern California, so this was at the Silicon Valley Shogi Club. There's another person at the East Bay Shogi Club who was there not this past Sunday, but 2 Sundays ago. And he is someone who grew up in Japan. He's half Japanese, and he grew up in Japan, but has lived in the States for most of his life. But he grew up in Japan and learned as a kid and hasn't really played. But now he has a visitor from Japan staying with him, like a 6Q Shogi Wars player. And so he has started back into playing, and he had some good ideas, but he was forgetting how the silver and gold kind of moves, which is a common thing. So there's 2 there, And now there's another player who is currently playing at the Silicon Valley Shogi Club who I think learned when he learned shogi like 15, 20 years ago when he was there. He's more of a Go player, but I think he said 15, 20 years ago is when he learned the pieces in shogi, and he played a bit, and now he's coming to the club. He's come to the club now, I think the past 3 or 4 weeks, ever since he saw us at a festival. So yeah, welcome back to shogi. That is that's Rico. That's a that is that is very interesting. Could that possibly be? That would be amazing. So yeah, Hidechi dropped these, like, the stone tablets, these videos of wisdom, and everyone learned from them. I mean, those videos, they have an ungodly number of views. They have so many views. It's absurd, and they still stand the test of time. Like I've said, they're very in 2024, those videos are very blurry, and the audio on some of them, and some more than others, but the audio is pretty rough. Like, you've got to really jack up the volume or do something, just at least I do, to be able to try to understand what he's saying. But either way, like, those are still taking, those are still getting tons of views. Yeah. So anyway, so welcome back. And then, so looking at this position again here, they take this pawn. I'm almost thinking of coming back, just coming back, renewing the threat. I'm looking at potential for now that I have this bishop, this beautiful bishop just waiting. I take, yeah, the pawn drop pushes me back. Yeah, I'm thinking about this, always thinking about just random, as Dream of Shogi was calling them on stream, random pawn drops. This one doesn't feel so random to me, but I think all of that makes more sense when the rook is back on the second file. So I'm gonna click it. Let me get my arrows off the screen. All right, it likes them both. At 20 depth here, this will change over time, but they're both around 5, averaging around 5.5 here, between these two. This one, though, is interesting. The pawn drop I'm not quite seeing. The pawn drop is the idea to trade pawn, silver 3-3. Silver takes 2-4. Silver takes 2-4. Silver 3-4. I'm going to follow this line. I'm just going to follow this line here. Okay. Rook takes. All right, all right. I don't. This is. I guess this is just slowly building advantage, slowly building advantage, which I'm not going to be able to read at the board here. But maybe maybe some of these moves I will be able to make. But yeah, I'm not gonna follow that too much. All right. Well, that turned out nicely. So we continued to play. Take. Wait. So where was that? Where was the mistake? Clear this one out. This was not it. That was the other game. So where are 2-7 sente here? Okay. 2-4 silver. I did 8-7 pawn. I did 2-4. Okay, I took. Oh, wait, 8-7 pawn. Oh, wait, oh, that's not it. Oh, wait. Oh, it wants me to push my bowing pawn? Oh man, I'm never making that move. There must be a better move. There must be a better another move there. I'm going to ignore that one. But my move was bad to take, and this is because of this. Because now the 2-4. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here's the one that you all were talking about. Take. Oh, I'll follow. This engine has the line. Take. Drop. Okay. Yeah. Then the pawn comes in. Ooh, okay. All right. All right. I need to keep an eye out for that one. I need to keep an eye out for that one. So this is, I think this is the kind of situation where I'm going to lose some of these Ureshino games, where I maybe overpress, but maybe that's good. Yeah, Rico, that's a valid question. Yeah, I suppose the whole point of the bowing pawn is for the eventual climbing silver. And I don't have my silvers in position to deal with that even if that ever happened. All right. All right, very good. Very good. Let's I wonder why these boards are sort of disappearing when I leave them. All right. So we have 3 games. I've got time for another. I definitely have time for another. I'm at career high. I'm at career Shogi Club 24 high. 12Q again. 356. It's the Ureshino rocket. I am challenged by a 13Q. I will accept. I start. Okay. I'm out of book. This is pure inexperience here talking. I'll come in here. What in the world is going on? Do I just come up? Okay. Yeah. I was thinking I should probably move this up here. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes total sense. Well, no, maybe not. If I take, he comes up. It's not forking. It's not forking this. It's sort of is because he's got check. There's the pawn drop. All right. So I wish I would have brought this up first, but let's see. Let's just take it. Let's take it and deal with the consequences. Let's learn. Let's learn. So I think the pawn push now I can't. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Okay. Okay. So that is fair. That is fair. Um, so do I take with the silver now? Do I take with the bishop? I'm going to come up. I'm going to come up and take it. I'm going to come up and take it. Play a little slower. A little slower. What about this? If I come back, there's no forks. No forks that I see. Okay. Am I falling for a trap? What? Um, all right. I'm a coward. There's something I'm not seeing here. Um, oh boy. Um, pawn. I can't drop a pawn there. um, now I am going to. Hmm. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. All right. Um, probably not good. Probably not good. Okay, that was dumb. That was okay. Um, Why did I do? I thinking way too many moves ahead. Thinking way too many moves ahead. All right, let's see. Let's see what I can do here. Now there's plenty of time. Plenty of time. I think I've got a good spot. Wonder if I should have just come over to Central Rook. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah. 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 Oh, I can't do that yet. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough. So where do I want my Oh, I don't think that was right. I don't think that was good. I don't think that was good. Uh, $340. All right. How can I get this out of here? What if I take this? Take that, get the lance. How can I get this lance? How can I get this lance? How can I get this lance without giving a pawn? Oh. Oh boy. Oh, that's good. That's Ooh. Well, it's still protected. It is still protected. Okay. Do not let up. Do not let up. Do I come over on this side now? Do I do this? Okay. Okay, so he's got that. He's got a pawn. He's got a pawn. Oh, okay. So he comes up. Take. He doesn't have a goal. Take. Promote. Bishop drop. Gold. Take. Okay. 30 seconds. Wait, so I can also do this.
30秒.
No. Okay. Good game. Good game. So that was I want to say that was the best Ureshino game so far. Not the best Ureshino game, but like the most the one thank you, change the overlay. Change it. Oh no, I was in the wrong overlay. Oh Press F. God dang it. Oh, man. Oh, this whole game covered. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Just as I say, I think this was the best Ureshino game. In the future, can someone just like spam some lines so at least I see like something? I should have looked anyway. I lost myself in that game. Just like a few emojis spammed like 3 lines of it, I think would have caught like peripheral vision. So even this is the struggle. You know, the shogi. This is like the whole like. Shogi is enough of a struggle, and then streaming on top of it, it's like I'm making blunder. If I'm not making blunders in the game, I'm making blunders on the stream. So there is, looks like there is one huge blunder on this right here. So what I was going to say, let me copy this in. Let me copy this in first. I am seriously gutted that I didn't change the overlay, and I didn't even check how many times this actually came up in my when I was thinking of it last time I streamed Shogi Club 24. I thought, you know what, maybe I shouldn't stream Shogi Club 24 because the layout changes are killing me. So let's get here, bring this into Lee Shogi. And so this is the last chapter of Lee Shogi of this. This is the last 64. All right. You think the silver drop? You wonder if the streaming tool supports some sort of chat command automatically. I wonder. There's got to be something. There's got to be some. I mean, you know, we're programmers. You know, the world is our oyster. We can make, you know, whatever we want. But I just need to get back. Every time the game starts, I need to look at this at my chat my streaming machine, and I mostly do. I think I'm getting better at it, but it is so disheartening that I just played this entire game. And I felt so good about the game, and then I see that like half of the board, or you know, some of the board and the P stand is cut off. Man. Okay, so here we are. I've got to jump to this one. I've got to jump here. So this is move 44. I've got to jump to see what. So they moved 44 8-8 or 8-2 rook 8-2, and I still have, you know, the strong advantage, and I dropped the bishop. Oh, clearly a mistake. I think this is the one in the game where I said I got ahead of myself in my line. I was debating between both of these. And I think either of those still allows me to potentially make this drop. I guess it would have been here. So you know, a situation. This is one of those I talk about, although this is not quite the same, where I feel like I'm sort of spoiled by choice. Oh, and that podcast I was talking about earlier on the stream, the C Squared podcast, Fabiano Caruana and Maurice Ashley were also talking about the situations where you have so many, where you have so much choice. They were talking about that. So it's like there were three main topics that I thought they were talking about, where and this third now that I mentioned is when you get ahead of the game. So that's this. I want to credit that podcast for this particular victory, even though I blew it, even though I went back to even here. I certainly made a massive blunder here with this bishop drop, getting ahead of myself. But something that happens that they talked about, which again I never would have expected a 2800 level grandmaster to be dealing with, but when you get ahead in a game, or when you perceive yourself to be ahead in a game, it is so easy to sort of go on cruise control, or so easy to sort of let up and just start thinking about your victory. So Fabiano was talking about that, about the difficulty in winning, in taking a position that you perceive yourself to be sort of winning or winning, and then you let up, and then you take your foot off the gas, or you sort of play it a little easier. You relax, basically. In other words, you relax. And Maurice Ashley was telling a story about the same topic, where he was crushing someone. I think it was someone Byrne. I can't remember the name of the player that he was playing. He said he was crushing this player. Like, it was like move 22, and he was crushing. And then he got in his own head. He said, this game, he was at an open tournament. He said, this game is going to be published in, I can't remember what the name of the magazine was. He's like, this game is going to be published. And he started getting in his head about how this beautiful victory that he's got is going to be over. And he said he got up from the table, and this is like, he said it was like, I think it was 88. So it was before engine, before strong, readily available engines, and before any of this stuff. And someone said, like, Larry Christensen's wife had said, like, how are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm crushing. This game is going to be published in the magazine. This one it's so good. And then he got back to the board, and I think he said his very next move, he just he blundered it straight away to even. And it reminded me exactly of that story that I've told now like 3 or 4 times on stream, when I was in that position at the US Shogi Championship. I was 1-1 at the time, and I was playing that 2-dan, and he fell right into that central rook dream attack, and he was so mad at himself, and he was so beside himself, and I was just crushing this game. And then I got in my head of, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have 2 wins. I've got 2 wins now. I had already counted, I've got 2 wins now. My next game, I just need a Nifu, or the next game my opponent could Nifu or timeout. And I'm going to be 3-1 and in contention and yada da da da. So I was in my head, and then I stepped on the gas and gave up the advantage right away, and then lost it. And so seeing that other players who are great, at the top of their field, are subject to these same things, it's not humbling, but it's reassuring in that I've just got to deal with them, just like everyone else does. It's the path everyone else takes. You were just memorizing. Oh, I mentioned this yourself. Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, I wonder about a Stream Deck. They're expensive, but again, you have to manually push that button, I think. But I am if I keep missing these transitions, I think I have to. I think if I keep missing these transitions, there's something I've got to do. I did look into, there is, OBS has some auto scene transition, but I think those are mostly based on like the title of the window that you're focusing or lowering or whatnot. It's not like smart enough to know, I went to Lee Shogi, and now it's, or maybe it is, maybe it would be, maybe that you could look at the title bar. And so this wouldn't be perfect in terms of Lee Shogi versus Shogi Wars, but like Lee Shogi between Shogi Club 24 versus maybe. So I'm going to look closer into that, because I started when I was reading titles, I was thinking it was more in the lines of more in the lines of window titles, not necessarily browser tabs. And then. And it also you say it can easy to go on cruise control unless you're under pressure to not do so. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that I was trying to tell myself before I ran away with my thoughts of like, oh my gosh, I've got, I won the silver, I won the silver. I'm in Ureshino, I've got my attack, I've got this advantage. I was trying very hard in this last game, more than any game in recent memory, trying very hard not to let up, and not to just slam my foot on the gas. And I think I did a little bit, with that bishop drop. I got ahead of myself. I don't think I was getting. I think that was more, I flustered myself a bit thinking about too many lines, and then I played a move that was a little future. It was not quite the move I wanted to make at that moment. But I was trying so hard not to let up here, not to get in my head, not to be like, this game's over. Yeah. And then, I realized it was bad. Yeah, right away, because it just wasn't. It all of a sudden, it's like, oh, that isn't what I was thinking about. Oh, you had the blitz game where you got in a superior position. Is this the Eric Rosen match, or it's amazing? Like it happens. On one hand, it's nice. On one hand, it's nice because I feel comfort in the fact that, you and Fabiano Caruana and Maurice Ashley, and top players are going through the same ordeal that I'm struggling with. Oh, this was the Shogi game against Karo Sensei. Ah, yeah. So it's reassuring to me to hear that you all have these same have to struggle with the same things. It's comforting, but on by the same token, I don't know if that applies here. But regardless, I also don't want it to be. I don't want it to give me like a built-in excuse of like, oh well, everyone deals with this, so it's okay that I messed up. Like I don't want to ease up on myself. Just because other people struggle with this doesn't mean that it's something I have to succumb to. It's something, yes, to struggle with, but also to try to overcome. So anyway, long story short, yeah, we got there, and so that was the big move, and then he messed it up, and then he messed it up. And I think this was probably, I'm going to guess that this is what brought it back to equality. The one that was scarier to me here was what am I trying to say? I think this move was scarier to me. But I think he pushed 8-5. I think he put silver 8-5. Wait, what did... Oh, wait. Did he not? Wait, what did he do? Oh, he pushed the pawn. Okay, and that gave me a chance, I think, to start... It still didn't protect against this, but... like I think, potentially had forks. But let's see. Let's go here. Does it like sliding over? Oh, it likes the pawn. I like the pawn. I like the pawn as well. They're equal. They're all these are all equal. But or no, they're not. They're slightly different. But yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Interesting this is a pawn, because I also was looking at this. I was spending what I thought was too much time on this. But what's the end game here? What's the end game with this? That's much worse. Oh, now it's this. Oh, because now I can do things like this. Like drop the pawn. Okay. That's clever. That's clever. Um, yeah, that's definitely clever. I should be. I think I should. So my intuition was sort of there, but my follow through, I'm being able to find like the final, the final reason behind it was not there. Yeah. All right. That was good. Let me see what other chances. And then, yeah, then this was just over at the end. There was no yeah, there was these were easy moves for me to make, and there was nothing really the opponent could do. All right, all right. That is a huge success for Ureshino. That was 4 games today. I want to say 4 games and 3 wins at Shogi Club 24. And the one that I resigned was the one where it was equal. I resigned in an equal, slightly advantageous position in that super sharp line. But more importantly now, we have a plan. We have a plan of what to deal with, what to do in these lines. I am going to try, and it might happen tonight, but I am going to try the gold 3-2. So pawn 5-4, pawn 5-4, gold 3-2 is going to be that line if the opponent as sente has both 2-6 and 8-6 or 7-6 and 8-6 pushed. No, 2-6, 2-6 and 7-6. Sorry, I'm trying to. I am still really bad with the coordinates. That's something I'd like to get better at, and I think I am improving at just by virtue of streaming. I think I'm sort of forced to get better at it, but mentally, it's still. I don't visualize it. I don't visualize it like Fabiano Caruana or someone like that, where they're speaking paragraphs of variations, and yeah, I know a lot of people can do it, but it still blows my mind when I see people talking in notation at length and at high speed, and they're conversing. It's just really it's one of those things that are really cool. Just like when Nishiyama was placing the pieces down and it perfectly aligned with that back line. It's these things. It's the small things that amuse me. So that's good. Like I said, I have the hard ending at noon here today. So I don't think there's enough time to get another game in by noon, which is in 15 minutes. So this is going to be a relatively short 2 minute 20 second 2 hour 20-minute stream. I'm going to do one of those. I'm going to switch back to Lee Shogi, and I'm going to do one of those coordinate runs. Let's do that. Let's switch back. I'm not sure if this scene, if the let's see if the scene keeps this covered. Move my foot here. Okay. Okay. So we still, there's still visibility here. I am doing this. Let's see, coordinates. Okay, as sente. So I am sente. So this is the typical coordinates here. 8, 7. 4, 2. 8, 5. 3. 2, 4. 5, 3. Every central rook player must know that. 8, 6. 3, 3. 8, 6. 6, 5. 3, 8. 2, 3. 2. 18. Oof. Oof. 18. 18, not great. Not great. Not great. Not totally terrible. Looking at my, you won't be able to see it the way that this. So it looks like my average as sente is 18.4. My average as gote is 22.25. Yeah. Yeah, the layout. Yeah, I think the layout is good. I think the layout is good right now. I think we're good. What is this? Is this a scroll bar? What is this? Okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this again. Here we go. Here we go. I would love to know what some of you all are able to do here. That's one of the things I wish there was like a leaderboard, or at least some sense of what like friends, the people you follow on Lee Shogi, what they do. 7, 8. 4, 2. Messed up. 1, 6. 9, 8. 2, 7. Oh. 18 again. 18 again. This is it's funny. I am very consistent at 18 when I'm doing it as well. Even on trackpad, which I think is a bit tougher. I've got to get better. Okay. One more of these. And if anyone is doing this, please share your scores either on YouTube as well. So once I put this video out there, if anyone sees this and you're someone who's good at this stuff, especially, let me know what you're getting. I've seen Andrew Tang, the Grandmaster Andrew Tang, do this on Lee Chess, and it's absurd how fast this kid. He's a young man. He's now an adult. Yeah. So how fast this Grandmaster is. I'm not sure if Lee Shogi was showing it. I'll have to look. Lee Chess, if I'm not mistaken, it shows the problem, but also sort of like off in the distance. At a smaller font, at a smaller size, it will show the next. So he can, he's moving and going to the next one at the same time because he's processing both of them. So let's see. Does Lee Shogi do that? And is there an option? Okay, there's no options here. Here we go. 9, 5. Okay, so it doesn't show it. 2, 6. 4, 2. 8, 5. Ah. 2, 7. 5, 3, my favorite. $22. Okay, 22. Okay, you got 12 as gote. Okay. All right. So I'm going to guess that's just because you're not used to this. I'm going to guess that you're just not accustomed to it. Oh, is that what that is? Oh, so that was moving as the game went? Oh, interesting. I didn't even notice it. I'm staring so much at the board that I didn't even notice it. So, all right. Well, that was fun. I'm going to continue to do these later tonight. Just practice. I've got to get faster at this. But these are good. So anyway, these have been awesome games today. You thank everyone for coming by and the help, and just hanging out. I wish that last game the layout would have been a little better, but otherwise, it was fun. And I've got to go, and I'll see you all tonight. Is Silicon Valley Shogi Club, so it's possible I'll be on stream playing in those games. Possible, and so maybe you'll see me there. Yeah, you can choose between Sente, Gote. Yes. Yeah, so I usually will choose one. I won't do random. Like, I'll see, depending on what side of the board I'm on. For me, I do better on Gote's side, just because naturally, 1-1, it's sort of easier for my brain to mentally count. But I think in the end, once you're good, you're not doing any counting or math. You just know it. You just know 5-5 is here, 1-1 is there, that kind of thing. Random is tough. Because half the game you're trying to figure out what side you are, at least for me. So that's it. Let you all go, and see you soon. Thanks again, everybody. Bye.